you?
Yes, really, really good, thanks. So we're doing all right for time. You've got 5 minutes to get through these questions. If you can start with the first one, which is, why do you take the product yourself, and what has it done for you as a trainer?
Okay, so I take the product because 7 years ago my mum got diagnosed with very severe rheumatoid arthritis. So we were looking for a natural, something natural that we could get on board to try and make an impact, try and make a difference, try and bring the inflammation down within her body. So I kind of come to my Juice Plus business from a slightly different angle, not just from a personal training perspective. So as much as I am a trainer, my real why and the reason why I share this product so passionately with people is for what it what it did for mum and how we got introduced to it. So we also got introduced to the product by a friend, Rachel, who's also a type 1 diabetic. So I always love hearing DJ's story about being a type 1 diabetic and how it's helped him. And I think it's so important that people understand about foundational health. And when we came across Juice Plus, it was really just a case of we needed to try and find something that was gonna help mum reduce the inflammation if we possibly could. And needless to say, the results were absolutely amazing. So it was a very, very natural route for me to go down to be able to start integrating this, recommending it to clients. I mean, I didn't really know there was a business attached to Juice Plus. I just became extremely passionate about really wanting to share that message of health. And then when the business opportunity presented itself, it was just a no-brainer that we should share that gift of health on, if you like. But, for me, from a very personal perspective, I used to be someone, for whatever reason that was, I've been a personal trainer myself for 8 years now. 8 years ago, I had a complete breakdown, totally turned my whole working life around. What I do now is not what I used to do, what I did for 10 years in my 20s. So all the things I do now are with the utmost passion, because they come from a place of learning, of falling in love with doing something I absolutely adore, and that is helping people and helping people have a better life. But I can't remember what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something.
Really? No, you've kind of answered all the questions in one go, but it leads on to the business of really, what is your vision for your business now going forward? So you take the product, you recommend, what's your vision for the business?
So me with my training, I don't do loads and loads of one-to-one training. I have a very big fitness community here in Brighton and Hove, and now a big online community called Uber Mummies. So my main bulk of my clients are women. Majority are mummies. So having something like Juice Plus to be able to educate, help, and provide them with tools. I always like to say you just need a few tools in your tool bank, right? Certainly for me, busy mums are always like, oh, I'm so worried about what little Harry's eating, and I just completely forgot to eat. And I'm like, well, just have a really lovely smoothie. So it's really lovely to know that we can give that. But the other thing that no one has mentioned, and this is one thing that I absolutely love about Juice Plus and about the company, is the fact that we give this product free to children. I build my business completely based upon capsules, because with the capsules you get the free product for kiddies, but also for me from a business perspective. So I have this lovely big community. I wanted to build a big community, build that trust, build those friendships, build those connections. What is very, very, very exciting is to be able to have this lovely opportunity to now share with all those people that have become amazing friends and amazing clients, and who are all getting incredible results. But one thing for me, John, also that no one has mentioned also is 5 years ago, I only had one income stream, and that was being a personal trainer, and I had a small boot camp. And 5 years ago, I did an 80-mile bike ride with my mum, a Davina McCall bike ride. And on that bike ride, my back gave in properly. So for 10 years during my 20s, I was a natural stone tiler. So I had wrecked my body, put it through hell and back. It had stood up for a few more years, and then it just decided for whatever reason just to go. So I'm very, very passionate about telling or inviting people to look at this as an opportunity, but also to say to people really seriously, like, what is your backup plan? Because when my back went, literally, I for 18 months, pretty much lay on a sofa, endless trips back and forth to hospital, gas and air to try and get back upright. I waited in the NHS system for 18 months for spinal surgery. I finally had spinal surgery. It was another 6 months recovery. And I was so grateful to have this business to be able to build alongside or from the sofa or from wherever I was hauled up. You know, I remember going to the conference in Barcelona and literally I got on that plane and I was like, I've got to stand up. I can't sit down for a 2-hour flight to Barcelona. And they said, oh, don't worry, we'll find you 4 seats. And there were luckily 4 seats at the front and I lay out flat. And, you know, but I wanted to get to the conference. But, you know, what is the backup plan when something goes wrong? So I think that's really, really key for people within our industry. It's all lovely helping people, but we have to remember that we need to have things in place to make sure that we're, one, in good health, but 2, financially secure to be able to, you know, just in case something was to go wrong. So, yeah, that was a pretty low point for me, but I was very, very grateful to have this business.
I love it. I mean, thank you so much for sharing, Alex. Really appreciate it. One of the key points you just touched on there is everybody needs a plan B. Like having a plan B, and Alex just touched on it there, having a plan B was a great idea before all this stuff happened, right? It was a great idea. That's why I got started. I wanted a plan B. I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and I thought, I need a residual income stream because I'm on linear income at the minute. So now a plan B is a necessity. It really, really is. Like, I mean, I'm not connected to the government by any stretch of the imagination, but my opinion on this going forward is this is going to last a lot longer than people realize. And I don't think it'll just be everyone back to normal, see you later. I think lockdowns and things like this may be a thing of the future for us. So having an online plan B is a very, very important thing to have. So we're very, very lucky. Our sales figures at the minute are going through the roof. We've not seen growth like this since 2014. So it's absolutely flying at the minute. So thank you so much, Alex, for bringing that up. Final person I'm going to bring on